major highlights in a layman term, is a major highlight, and I've tried to break it down for us. So we can now put whatever is required in between each of these important parameters. We can put whatever is required, which I want us to be specific where you want what to be. So looking at A, you can really say, okay, I want logistic to be in all of them. I want logistic to be in, and I want us to kind of try not to you'll be surprised that what they use to represent these parameters are very simple. So I don't want us to use English to lock ourselves up and we're not going to be able to expatiate. You get what I mean? So if you want to say transport, just say transportation, because logistic is very, very big. So it will cover across the whole program. But if you just say transportation, it make your life simpler and it make you kind of your focus on what you want to do. You get what I mean now? So it doesn't necessarily mean logistics not correct, but it's a kind of a very big scope of works that will make you to make your plan so ambiguous because of you want to break it down. So if you just make it transportation, then it makes your life very easier. So I would say transportation, which is the same thing as logistic, but in so many ways, it can really knock you off the ground if you're not specific by. So we've got that on. Then please feel free to mention whatever you think needs to fall in between any of those parameters.
Under harvest, we need machineries.
Okay, machineries for harvest. All right.
Storage.
Good. It needs storage.
Back to cultivate, we need maybe, let's say, fertilizer or manure.
Good.
That is cultivate, under cultivate.
Okay.
Or we say pesticide, anyone, pesticide as well.
So let me say, if you want to bring, if you planted it, okay, and it has, in the process of you planting, what other things would you be doing? When you're planting between the, good.
Weeding and irrigation.
Weeding.
Correct.
So you can say
irrigation.
Watering. Me. Can you see how funny project planning can look like? And you'll be so surprised. These are the things, these are more or less like our daily or day-to-day things we do naturally. That's why I'm saying that there's nobody that cannot do these things once you have and you understand the methodology around it. Okay, so when we between this time and that time, we need to weed, we need to control, we need transportation, we need labor. We're going to look at it as well. If there's any other, when we're assessing it, if there's anything we think we don't need, we can take it out. But it's good to first of all pour out you know, what is on your mind first, then you can now have a good sit down and start looking at how you can, filter them, and then filter wherever you don't need and stuff like that. So please feel free to go on, sir.
Under cultivate and fence, if you want to look at it, you can also
Yes,
look
sir.
at stakeholders and beginning like for paperwork for acquisition of land.
Okay. Land acquisition, I think someone already put land for
Yes,
planting.
I know, but when you say land for planting, again, under that alone, you could actually even break that down to say paperwork for documentation,
Okay.
because there's always a acquisition phase before you actually possess the land.
Land acquisition procedures. Okay. Go on. Any other thing?
You could
So
talk
when we
about
want
taking
to,
possession or securing the perimeter, maybe create side boundary or farm boundary.
okay, fencing or holding, or boundary marking.
We can put security on that as well now, because that's key. You don't want your products gone.
Security. Obviously, when you want to bring it home, you need transport. You need labor to bring it home.
Yes.
You need what again? Under
You need
cooking,
storage to bring it home, to put it in the house.
storage facility.
Mm.
What else do we need? All right, let's cook this yam. Now the yam is at home. How do we cook yam?
We peel.
Peel the yam.
We need a knife to peel that.
Okay. Need knife.
We need, yeah, pot,
Need your
water.
pot. Need water.
You need your gas or your firewood.
Need gas or cooker.
And you need a plate to serve it.
Cool. We need a plate.
And
Okay.
definitely you need people to eat it.
Okay. All right. Like I said,
But the
there's
question
no
says,
right or wrong.
bring it home and cook. You didn't say serve it. So it might be a
It's
case
true.
where at the point of cooking, hand over to maybe
Whoever is
another
going to serve it.
contractor that will serve it.
Yeah. We can argue that.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. So let's go back again and see what we've missed anywhere.
And undercook the yam, can you please also put maybe add salt or something like that?
That's the seed.
Ingredients.
Add salt or ingredients. Okay.
Cutlery.
Yeah,
That's it. Cutleries. Cool. Thank you so much. There's no right or wrong. To be honest, you will realize that before your plans goes to a project manager, some project manager will expect you to put what you think down so they can now work on it. Some of them are so busy that they can't give you information and you're going to struggle. But when we get to a point, we'll discuss about how we can get information and where and from whom, different information, where does it come from, so that when we are putting things together, you'll be able to work on some information. However, those operatives, those engineers, those managers, those directors, those project managers, they want to work with somebody who have something upstairs and not somebody who completely rely on them. And that is the reason for the training, so that we can understand where to get information, how to get it, what information you're getting before you can go and ask them questions. So it's not like you are on your own, you get what I mean? They're still going to be part of it because the team is as one, but it gives you pride and it puts you in a position of a planner, instead of an assistant planner, for you to know what you're looking for. Those are the things that differentiate between different levels within this industry. So if you're going to rely on somebody for every single information, even when you need to have your break, when you need to go to toilet, then you understand, you yourself will know where you're placed within the industry. But I want us to have as much as information we can have for us to be able to apply at least for a planning role, not as an assistant planner role. Not to say that is the wrong thing to apply for, but I think you're in the right position or you're in the right training for you to get information to help you to apply as a planner and not as an assistant planner. So that is the reason why I'm doing all this, so that we can know what information is required and at what stage. So, like I said, it depends on how you want to break down this. I've just broken it down into 4 simple stages, so that we're not going to start creating something that is very big all the way, all because you want to plant a yam and you want to cook the yam. When they are giving us this information on a contract, when your company, maybe you are working with a construction firm and a client says, I want to cook yam. I want to be able to cook yam. Have you got yam? No, I haven't got one. Okay. It won't tell you, I want to cultivate yam. I want to harvest it. I want to bring you home. I want to cook it. So it's a single word it's going to tell you. So as a consultant and as a company, you know that your client hasn't got a land, talkers of having a farm, talkers of having a yam. It is you that will now say, okay, Mr. A wanted to cook a yam. He hasn't got a farm and he doesn't want us to buy it. Then definitely want us to plant it. So where are we going to plant it? Where is your land? I haven't got one. Okay. So that's what is going to be bringing questions and answer you requesting from him and all of that. In most cases, a tender planner will have done this. In most cases, in 90 out of 100 cases, a tender planner will have done this. However, from my experience, they do a very minimal job that they will at some point put you in a position on a situation where you need to do something like this in some part of the element of the work. They will just go on eye level, just put something, bam, there to give you a clue of what they want to do. And they will just put the start and the finish of that thing. Every other thing that happens in between, they won't put it. Because as at the time they are doing tender planner, they have limited information about the design. We're going to get into that as well. How design is done and different stages. By the time you get to construction phase, which I can say 9 out of 10, that is where we mostly find ourselves, you will have got into stage 5 or stage 6 on the rebar design, which I will touch on that one as well. I just want us to do something very interesting today because I don't want it to look like we're just looking at slides and just keep going. If not, I would have wanted to talk fully on theories because I start showing us practicals, but sometimes to flip in between will not make you get bored. So this is a simple techniques of how these things are broken down, what you want to do. So I won't break them more than this because like Pastor Dako said and Mr. Allah said as well, we can still break some of these things down. But as far as this lesson is concerned, or this session, training session is concerned, I won't break it down more than this. What I want to say is I'm going to number them. Okay, let's use the number here and you can tell me what come when. based on this number, this is number 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe we can say it. So I want you to tell me when do you think what should come? Please, you can do chorus answer. Don't worry.
The first should be 11.
Number 11, yeah?
Land acquisition, yeah.
Okay. So I'll call it number 1. So it's serial number 11, but in terms of sequence of work, it's number 1. So I believe we all understand. Sorry if I'm asking again. I just want to make sure we are not left behind. So I believe we all understand what we mean by sequence of work. So sequence of work is just basically how you want to carry out those tasks at stage by stage, one after the other. So they will just say sequence, work sequence. So my work sequence is that the first one is number 11. That's what I want to do first. So land acquisition, then what go next?
4.
We have to secure the land.
That 4.
Okay.
I think next is 4. So the part for at least after getting the land, you need to have a portion for that you want to plant. It might not be the entire land you want to plant on. So land for planting. I think that's why that's there.
Okay, so when you get acquisition, after then you know you have had the land to plant on. And after you've had the land, somebody said we want to secure it so that against the gypsies and the intruders. Yeah, I mean, you see that a lot on site, especially when you're around the areas where they have their, what do you call it now? Like more or less like their center. They normally have a field yard. If you are very close to them, then they will definitely visit your place. Cannot escape it. So you want to secure it. Yep. What else do you want us to
I
on?
think 2 things, the weeding, depending on how the condition we find the land, we might need to clear the weed it first before we
Good.
plant.
So, all right. So I will put another line here and I will call it
Plant weeding or
site
crop weeding
clearance.
or
I'll
site
call it
clearance.
site clearance.
Yeah.
So that's what you're looking for, site clearance or land preparation.
Yeah.
I thought we have farmers here. So
Agbeloba,
all of us are butter.
we give you Agbe vibe now.
Please, oh. Okay, let's say this is number 4, yeah? All right. If you remember anything that is not here, just say it, please. There's no right or wrong. We're all enjoying ourselves. But these are basic things, and you will see how we're going to apply it to when we are building a house, when we are building a bridge, when we are building a road. This is the same thing we're going to apply when we get there. So what else do you think will come next?
Plant and equipment should, I think.
So you want to make sure you have your plant and equipment as well. Correct.
Then
What happens to our labor?
No, after that
So,
you have what the tools for them to work, you can get labor.
okay. So who is going to do this preparation and the fencing? All right. Don't worry.
That's true.
It's just an
That's true.
ain't, but we can put it there. Don't worry. I will tell you how you can bring them in. So there's something we call start to start, finish to start, finish to finish. So let's
Okay.
crack on like this. So there's a way you can bring them to happen at the same time. Even though you have listed your sequence, you just realize that, I forgot to add so. You had it and you now take it to where it's meant to happen, then it will not happen there. So we'll get to that stage and you will see how lovely the tools can make things happen at any point in time when you remember it. Okay. Any other suggestion on this list? So once we get the labor, we've secured the place, we prepare the
Boundary.
land. Okay, which is one of secure. Okay. Is that not we call security, secure the land?
We can
Okay,
secure
I'll
it.
put
We
it
can
as
take
number
that one
7.
off.
So no problem. We can put both of them. They can happen at the same time, and we can remove it if you want us to. So after we've done that, we've codified, we've got our labor in place. So what do we want to do? a yam, we need to prepare the heaps. I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the heaps. Hopefully, I got it right. What is it? Double E. Don't mind me. All right, so we want to do this on number 8. And after we prepare that, we want to plant it. We want to start our planting, which is seeding, yeah? Okay. So
You are in
I want
weeding.
to,
Your cursor is on weeding.
okay. So we want to plant the seed, which is number 9, yeah?
Mhm.
And then obviously we need transport. At what point do we need transport or logistic to bring? We need it almost from the beginning to the end anyway within this section. So we're just going to put it as 1A. Does that make sense? Or we should,
Yes.
or maybe 3. What is number 3? Security, fencing. What is number 2? Plant land for planting. So we might say, what is number 4? Okay. So let's say at number 4, we need it. Let's say number 4A. What else? Okay, now that we have planted our seeds, we want to start watering it. Where is watering? Or wetting or watering? What did I put? Did I not put anything like that?
I think we miss it.
Okay.
Not too late.
So, now. So let me now put that now. So we want to start making sure the yam has enough water. So call it 10, if I'm right. Then we want to apply
I think
fertilizer.
we skipped number 9.
Okay, I put number
Okay,
9 here,
seeding,
which is
seeding, yeah.
seeding, yeah. So we want to apply fertilizer. Please, somebody help me. What else? I don't want to be doing
Pest
this by
control
myself.
after then.
Cool. So number 12. And we want to continue to weed.
Yes.
And at this point in time, technically, it should be ready to come for harvest. So during the harvest again, what do we need? We need
Labor.
labor. So you see that at some point when you are doing the one hop here, you remembering other things here. So it's a continuous process. It's a continuous process. So don't think, oh, if I don't remember everything now, maybe tomorrow or next month, the guy will just be like, oh, you didn't put everything. No, we can always put it at some point. I want to believe we're all following and then we all understand what we're doing. So I don't want it to be just one-way traffic. Please ask questions if you think you need something at some point, because I want us to contribute to this to make it a bit more interactive, please. So
We
we
are
need
following, sir.
labor. Okay, sir. So we need labor, which is number 4 in. We need machineries, if you need equipment to do this, and then we need storage to bring you home. When you get home, you store it. All right. Don't let me break it too much than this. And when you harvest it, want to bring you home, you need transportation, I believe. You need labor as well. And you need storage facilities.
Sorry to take us back, oh, but
Okay, go on, sir.
it's 1 yam that you said, oh.
Yes.
So all this storage everywhere.
Okay. All right. So you can decide to put it anywhere you like. So do you want us to remove it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Since we are bringing home just 1 yam.
correct. All right. So that's it. That's a very good point. We don't need to make it too ambiguous, I believe. All right, let's remove the storage. Do we have storage here? No, we don't. Do we have storage here? No, we don't. Okay. So technically, let's assume we've got our yam home and we need to so we need to cook it.
And you don't need labor for 1 yam.
Okay. You can do it by yourself. Absolutely. All right. So let's delete that. How about here? Do we need labor here?
Yes, because you're not planting just 1 yam, so you need labor for that, but you're cooking 1 yam, so probably just taking
Cool.
one out of the pile and taking.
Okay. Cool. So how about here? Do we need labor?
Harvesting, yes, we
Any
need labor to
objection?
harvest. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we need to transport it home. Everybody's happy with that. All right. So let's look at our process of cooking. What do we do first when we get to cooking?
Peel the
So
yam.
peel the yam. Cool.
I think you first get a knife, then you peel.
Okay. A knife. I'll be number 19. So when we get a knife, we get pot.
Well,
Or you want
it's
to
probably
peel
going to
first
be
before pot?
it's probably going to be, I don't see a 16 here because I think we have 14, 15, 16.
Did you skip it?
Yes, because we
Okay.
deleted
Yo, I
something. So
deleted some. Okay.
yeah,
We'll
so
make it 16. So we make this 17. We'll make this 18.
18. And then peel the yam.
Okay, at this point, you want to peel the yam.
Then you need water to wash the peeled yam.
Okay, when you peel it, you want to wash it. 20. And then after then, we want to cook it. Okay, we need cooker as well, isn't it?
Yes.
So for us not to go back, if you don't want to delete anything, you can just say, well, at what point do we need cooker? I think it's 20. We can bring it in between there, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. What else do we need? Then we want to now
Add the
cook the yam.
ingredients. Yeah.
Okay, add ingredients. 21. Okay.
Then plate. Is there plate here? Okay, there's no plate.
Yes.
Yeah, there's plate. Then
22.
cutlery. Then
23.
people.
And we make.
You skip gas cooker. You've not put because I think gas cooker or cooker should come before plate and cutlery.
Between template and cutleries. So I put it as maybe 20A. Does that make sense? Can come after water.
Okay.